What's up, Chimmy Squad? Welcome back to our channel! Woo! If you guys are new here, I'm Shane.
I'm Eunice.
And due to popular demand, you guys have been asking us for a very long time now. We're gonna be eating Chinese food. Yum!
And this is not Panda Express. It's from an authentic Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, the cook was Chinese.
Yeah. Before we get started, you already know what time it is. Time to give a shout out to the first 5 commenters that commented #ChimisSquad on our last mukbang. Big shout out to Maddie, Harry, John Dandre Monotia, Jennifer Afrin, and Gian Gaviliza. Yay! Thank you so much. Make sure to comment now for a shout out on our next mukbang.
Comment right now. So we have some orange peel chicken over here, house chow mein, baked pork chops with spicy salt, and garlic string beans. Extra garlic.
And a side of white rice. A must.
Say grace.
Amen.
Amen.
Choice of drink today, Canada Dry for me.
And sun-kissed.
Cheers.
That fizz. We also have some sriracha and sambal. You need this for Chinese food, in my opinion.
I think so too.
Yeah. We also have some chili oil. I'm so excited.
Let's dig in. So I tried this restaurant before. It's her first time, and I had to introduce her to it. It's really good.
I'm pretty excited.
Which one should we eat
I have
first?
high expectations. I want the chow mein.
Okay.
I've been eyeing that. I love the bean sprouts.
It's a good crunch in there.
You know.
And some sriracha with that.
Some sambal. That's pretty good.
I'll link this restaurant down below if you guys are interested. It's in LA. I'm gonna try the orange peel chicken.
Okay. Yeah, this was really popular, so I'm pretty excited about this. That's really good. On my rice.
That's a
Oh
good idea.
yeah.
This is my favorite though.
Oh yeah, she was raving about this all morning.
Garlic string beans are so good. They're good at Din Tai Fung too, but this place is the best.
Oh my god, so good.
This is my favorite.
Is this what you keep trying to replicate in the kitchen? No. She's always making garlic string beans. Oh my god, so
I can't
good.
make it like this. It's so good.
Oh my god.
I feel so good when I introduce her to a place and she likes it.
I like anything like very garlicky, so that's a winner in my book. I want to try this, the baked pork chop.
It's my second favorite.
It looks so crunchy.
I do.
Oh my gosh.
Really good, huh? And there's jalapenos.
What the heck?
There's like a hole in the wall. Not a lot of people know about it.
Oh my god.
It's good, right?
That's really good.
Whenever I go, these two are a must.
Oh my gosh, that's really good. Oh my gosh.
I hope you guys have something to eat.
Yeah. Because you're gonna end up smelling the food through the camera. I love Chinese food.
We were debating between this or going to Chinatown for roasted duck.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do another mukbang on that one.
Yeah, we love duck.
When I saw the chef inside and saw that he was Chinese, I was like, no wonder.
I know, she's like, Chinese. This is good. It's just seasoning, no marinade. It's really good though.
It's because they use spicy salt. Everything is seasoned to perfection.
Really good.
You're probably gonna go here now, huh?
Yeah, chef's kiss. I like it a lot. I'm really picky with Chinese food too because we grew up eating so much that there's a flavor that I'm looking for, and if it doesn't match, I'm like, I don't want it. Kind of like Korean food. Like, we know how it's supposed to taste like.
Okay, now that we have some food in our system, we wanted to address something that's been really tugging at our hearts lately. So we got a DM recently on our Instagram, and it was from a subscriber that mentioned how one of our videos, Johnny Rockets in particular, we spoke about self-love, and I guess it really moved her, where she was about to commit suicide. I think that's what she said. And it changed her mind. And just the fact that we have that kind of influence really shocked us and touched our hearts. So I kind of wanted to address it a little bit further today.
Yeah.
Like, if we're able to make a difference with just at least one person,
That's a big deal. That's
a big deal, yeah. If we can do that, might as well use our platform for the good, you know?
Yeah. Because honestly, like, I understand everybody's been through dark times. When I went through my dark time, I watched a lot of like Jordan Peterson or a lot of inspiring speakers, and it really helped me mentally form my mind to a better shape. So I understand, like, watching one video can really shift your entire mindset. And honestly, that was so touching, and I just felt so like, man, like, if we can help in any way with the limited knowledge that we have, why not? So today's mukbang might be a little bit more on a serious note, but I feel like everyone can relate to it.
Yeah, because when I was going through a really hard time in my life, I used to Google about it and used to see who else would go through what I'm going through.
You just want to be able to relate to someone because you don't want to think you're crazy by yourself.
Yeah. So our thoughts on suicide and just depression in general.
Well, one thing for sure, it's all in your mind. If you can control the thoughts in your mind and just the way your mind thinks, you control your entire life. Because everything begins with a thought. Even just like suicide begins with a thought. There's this one verse in the Bible, I'll put it up here, but it says to cast down any imaginations in your mind. You really have to do that. Any single thought that makes you feel negative or makes you feel a way that you don't want to feel, you really have to control it and take it out. Like, something that I do is I would close my eyes and think about whatever thought that came in. And I would just grab the thought, I would imagine grabbing it, and I'll pull it out and I'll just like toss it out. And I'll imagine myself tossing that thought out. And it really works. It disappears. It's not something that you can change in a day. It's an everyday process. Life gets better. Life gets a lot better.
I feel like people get so sucked into that specific moment, and it's hard for you to see the better days in life. But everyone had good days and bad days. And it's what you want to dwell on.
That one small thought starts formulating so many other sub-thoughts, and it becomes like your reality in the moment. And it's easier said than done, I know, but you just have to really mentally shape your mind.
We've had friends that actually went through depression, and some even took their lives.
Yeah.
In that moment, you can't help but think, what could I have done to maybe prevent that?
Yeah.
It's always the people that you can't really tell that are going through it. They're usually the most happiest, the most bubbly, and you would have never suspected that they were going through it. So maybe if you have friends around you, always check in on them.
Yeah. Really, when it comes down to it, everybody just needs extra care and extra love during a dark moment in their times. I think a lot of people that go through depression cry out for help in the ways they know how.
That's true.
And people that lack experience don't understand it because they've never been through it.
Yeah, they can't pick up those signs.
They can't pick up the signs. And it's not that they don't care about you, it's just lack of experience. I would say read a lot of self-help books, watch a lot of inspirational speakers, because words have a lot of effect in the way you think.
Yeah,
and the way
the
you
power of
things.
mind.
Yeah. Your mind is
You
so
can shift
powerful.
your whole mindset just by listening to what other people say.
Mm-hmm.
You might think, if I leave this world, no one will care. It doesn't matter. But trust me, it will hurt the people around you so much more than you think.
Oh, yeah. And you're not selfish for thinking the way you think. You know, a lot of those thoughts might not even be yours. You know, the devil attacks your mind. That's the first thing he attacks, because he knows once he controls your mind, he controls you. So just be aware and conscious of your thoughts. Never let them run wild. Always control what you want to think about.
There will be better days. I feel like people think that it's not going to happen. Like, that they hit rock bottom and there's no way up.
Mm-hmm.
But there only is a way up from there. You get me?
Yeah. And that's all part of your story, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of your unique story in this journey called life. That DM was really triggering to me because, and we actually saw it today. It was just so triggering because I did recently lose a friend, and I would hate to lose any more friends like that. So if there's any way that we could be more aware.
Yeah, if you guys have anyone to talk to, reach out to them. If you don't, reach out to us. You can DM us. I don't want anyone to feel like they have nowhere to turn to.
Yeah, even if we don't respond, because to be honest, we have a lot of DMs.
Yeah.
And we do have a busy life, but we do read it. We try to respond when we can. Even if we don't respond, just you can vent to us.
You can vent to us.
Just release it.
We'll try our best to get back to each and every one if there is.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we said, there's a lot of DMs that we still have to get back to. We're going in order, yeah. But we care. We really do. You might feel like you're just a stranger watching our videos, but if this hits you or triggers you in any way, this video is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not a coincidence that you clicked on this video and you're listening to this right now and you're going through it.
Yeah. One thing I learned, there are no such things as coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Coincidences only happen when God remains anonymous. Try not to think about those things. Find things that will keep you occupied. Do things that release serotonin. I think we talked about this in our self-love video.
Yeah, you have to find a hobby of passion. Everyone has a purpose on this earth.
Yeah.
Find it, you know? There's so many options in this world to do.
Actually, Jordan Peterson was saying that, I think I said this in the other video too. Just to repeat, because it's so profound, that most people that don't have a sense of identity or purpose are lost in life, and that's what causes them to think suicidal things. But everybody has a reason they're here.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
It's not a coincidence that sperm met that egg, you know?
Oh yeah. You are the sperm that won out of all the millions of other sperms competing against you. That says a lot.
A lot of people say, I didn't choose to be born. Well, I chose you, and I chose you for a reason.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder, what if the other sperm won and I'm not here? Dang. I'm kind of curious, like, I want to know if you guys can comment down what a person that's going through depression would expect from their peers or their surroundings.
If you've been in that state before, what would have comforted you? Or what would have helped you get out of that situation? Because we need to educate ourselves too.
Yeah.
Like, we're speaking to you guys, but we want to learn from you guys too.
And it'll be really helpful to all the subs that read that as well.
Yeah, this is a community. A lot of people that go through that come from broken homes.
Even though it might feel like a lot of weight on your shoulders, you could be the one to break that generational curse for your next generation of family.
That's true.
That's a really huge accomplishment.
There's two ways to go about it. Oh, because it happened to me, I can repeat that. Or because it happened to me, I can change that whole process.
Yeah, and being able to help someone else going through what you went through, especially because you were delivered from that, you hold the key to someone else's freedom. And to be able to fulfill that is such a noble, fulfilling feeling.
No, if you can make a difference, especially because you can relate to it and you've gone through it, I feel like that's all the power to you. That could be your purpose on this earth. Like, because you went through it, that's your testimony. You're able to grow from it and help others.
Yeah, definitely. When I lost my loved ones, the most unexpected people reached out to me, and it was shocking at first.
That's true.
Right? And it was so 감동. What was that in English?
Touching.
It was so touching to me. I was so shocked, but at the same time, I realized a lot of them have empathy because they've been through that experience. So they really held the key to my deliverance in that area.
That's true. When we lost our dad in May, the people that I least expected to reached out, and their words were so much more helpful than the words of even closer people to us.
Because they went through the experience, their words have meaning. Like true depth and meaning and experience, just wrapped up into words.
Yeah, it's like true wisdom because they've been through it. Yeah, so if you're going through a hard time and you're going through a depressive state, maybe that's just part of your story. You know? You can learn from it, you can grow from it, you can help others that are going through it. That really, really might be your purpose. It's all perspective, honestly.
And just because other people around you didn't go through it and you are, don't think that it's because you're mentally weak and unstable compared to your surroundings. It just means that you're able to overcome it so much more. And so you're able to go through that for a reason.
And we have this theory that the people that go through the hardest hardships have the greatest purpose on earth. Yeah. The more you go through, the more you have a story to tell and to make a difference.
To just be an inspiration for others. Oh, this food is so good.
Right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite so far?
Sorry. That was the uncontrollable one. I like the orange peel chicken and the garlic green bean, if I had to choose.
Oh, really?
But I would prefer all of this because it's a good concoction.
I know I said there's always going to be someone out there that loves you and that cares for you and is going to really grieve if you were gone or missing. It can honestly start with you loving yourself. I feel like that's the strongest form of love.
Yeah.
I said this in the other video, but if you wake up with gratitude, wake up with a positive mindset, that whole tone for the day is set.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember when I used to work customer service, I had days where I was like, oh my gosh, they talk so much, or I don't want to deal with this customer. But when I changed it to, oh, I want to know about this customer, I want to make this customer happy, you know, it changes the whole mood and dynamic of work.
That's so true. Yeah, even if you wake up feeling like you're very heavy and you have this negative energy just weighing you down, try to just expel that energy through prayer, take a nice bubble bath, go to the gym. Anything that will just shift your energy, it just sets the whole tone for the day. Like for me, I'll tell you guys my schedule. I wake up in the morning. Sometimes I forget, I'm gonna be honest, but I try my best to thank God for the day. I'll talk to him, just check in with God real quick, and then I'll go to the gym. That releases a lot of serotonin. Come back, take a nice hot bubble bath, read a little bit, and then cook for yourself. If you don't know how to cook, you know, YouTube, there's a lot of recipes. When you make something and it comes out really good, like the feeling is so good, right? It's like you really accomplished this meal.
I mean, everyone has a different source of their happiness. I feel like that's one for us. Yeah. For me, I used to be so depressed if I had no one to hang out with. I used to look through my contacts and be like, is anyone free?
Because you base your identity around your social circle.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing to do.
That's
I
not
was
a
like
good thing.
that too. You get FOMO.
Yeah, that's true. You really get FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
You see people hanging out, you're like, oh, why wasn't I invited, you know? But now, I find joy in being in my room by myself watching my shows.
Yeah, because you love yourself now.
I just don't mind being by myself. Or like sometimes I'll take a walk around the park, talk to myself, look around my surroundings, be like, wow, God made this world so beautiful. Like just all the little small details, you know, that you usually miss throughout the day.
Yeah, that's so true. You can even talk to strangers outside. Sometimes I'll talk to strangers.
Me too.
Because their lives are really interesting.
I see their kids, I'm like, oh, she's so cute. How old is she?
Yeah. It's crazy because everyone's going through something. Even if you spot a stranger down the street, they could be going through the most worst things and you don't even know. But a simple like, oh, good morning. Oh, you look so beautiful today. Will just like shift their entire mindset for the day.
That's true.
Words are so powerful.
I feel like what you put out is what you get.
If you keep thinking about negative thoughts, you attract a lot of negativity. If you think positive thoughts, you attract positivity.
I don't know if we're all over the place, but I hope this helps someone watching.
Yeah, we didn't really have time to like outline a whole thesis and bullet points and all of that, but
our videos are actually never scripted. We just go with the flow.
We just flow with our words.
Yeah. I don't know, that DM just really tugged at us.
Yeah. I really want to watch that King Richard's movie. Have you seen the trailer with Will Smith? It's about Venus and Serena Williams' dad. So there was a scene where, I think it was Venus Williams, if I'm not mistaken. She was getting interviewed as a child. And the interviewer was telling her like, oh, so how do you know you're going to win? And she's like, I know I'm going to win. And he was like, but how do you know that? And she was like, I know I'm going to win. And he kept kind of like asking her like, how? And then Will Smith plays the father. He comes out and he cuts the interview. He was like, no, stop. Why do you keep asking her like how she's gonna win? If she knows she's gonna win, she's gonna win. Like you're placing an insecurity in her, making her question herself. Don't do that. And I found that so profound because he's so right. You have to really believe life is gonna get better. You really have to believe you're gonna win. This is yours to keep, and you'll attract that energy.
Yeah, I want to watch that. That sounds interesting.
I know. I saw that scene and I'm like, I need to watch this. It's like sold. So inspirational.
What a good father.
Yeah. And they're so successful today.
There's so much power in what your parents say. A lot of people that are like just like discouraged, I noticed their parents always talk down on them.
Yeah. See, it's unfair the situation they're born into, but you can be the one to break that generational curse for your children. And a lot of people I noticed that come from narcissistic or like psychopath parents, they don't want to have children because they don't want to repeat the pattern.
Yeah.
But it really is just all in your mind.
If you're a parent watching this, know that your words have so much power to your kids.
Oh my gosh.
When I have Mila, I'm going to make sure that she is confident in who she is. I'm going to give her self-affirmations.
Yeah.
Like,
the world is her oyster. She can do anything she wants in life and she'll achieve it.
Anything, and I'll be there to support it 100%.
Oh, you know what? My pastor said this and it was so profound. He said, identify your gift. And your gift is how you see the world. So let's say like a hairdresser, like look at my roots, man, it's gross. If a hairdresser saw me, she would think of how she can change it to make my hair better. She would probably think like, oh my gosh, like she needs her roots touched, she needs a haircut. But that's her gift. That's how she sees the world. And your gift is something that you have a solution for. So find your gift.
If you don't know what you're good at, what do you desire? There's a reason why that desire is placed into you in the first place.
Yeah.
If you knew that you were always built for greatness, you knew that you have to be on the screens, or you know that you have a desire to have a platform, there's a reason for it.
That's something we figured out too. We always knew like we want to do something in entertainment, but we don't know what it is. Because I don't want to be a doctor. I never had that desire.
Me neither.
And then again, if you want to be a doctor, it starts with the thought of wanting to be a doctor.
Actually, when I watched Grey's Anatomy, I wanted to be...
Okay, Grey's Anatomy is different because, like, That's such a good show.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna be an OBGYN.
I know. I wanted to make Dreamy or make Steamy myself. I'm like, oh.
We grew up pretty religious.
Very religious.
Yeah, so anytime I expressed interest in media, it was always discouraged. All around me, like, oh, that's demonic. Oh, you shouldn't go that way.
Hollywood. You know? But I agree, there's some demonic people in Hollywood.
There is.
You know, you can't just hide all your talents in the church. Like, if you really want to make a difference, yeah, you should participate in your church, serve. But the biggest difference you'll make is to the world. You need to let the world see your talent and be a positive influence, a godly person to the world. And that's how you really change lives. That's how you really bring people to Christ.
That's true.
People in the church are already in Christ. You need people outside of the church.
Yeah. Just to go out and be the light.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't do it when you're storing all that light in just one place.
Yeah. Well, you know, Jesus came to save his people from religious bondage. Like, the Pharisees were so religious, they knew everything, but they couldn't even hear the voice of God through Jesus. So.
I mean, they persecuted Jesus.
They persecuted him. Yeah.
They crucified him.
Religion can get very dangerous because you think that you can, like, gain favor by God by what you do, but it's not by what you do. It's His grace.
It's by God's grace.
It's His grace, yeah.
It's not who you are, it's who He is.
Yeah. Dude, I've been eating so much Thanksgiving. I had like 3 Friendsgiving in a row, eating so freaking much.
I went to my fiance's house and that's a Hispanic household.
Oh, yeah, I bet they were feeding you so much. I bet the food was bomb, though.
It was bomb. I brought it back. Mom was like feasting.
Where's mine?
She put it in the freezer.
Oh.
Everything goes in the freezer.
Yeah.
Asian family, just 3 days past. Okay, put it in the freezer. It's gonna last you another year.
Yeah. Even rice. Even like powder.
I know.
Like spices. Our mom be putting like spices in the freezer. I'm like, why is this here? She's like, keeps it fresh. You guys, if we missed anything because we didn't prepare beforehand, just comment down below so everyone else can see it. We probably did miss a lot of things.
Yeah. There's only so much we can cover during this mukbang segment. I'm sure there's a lot of other components to our topic.
Oh! Get a pet. I swear.
Don't get a pet if you can't commit though, because that's me.
Yeah. But if you really want to try in life, and you know, pets actually release a lot of serotonin.
I don't know, if you guys know a way to help those that are going through what we just mentioned throughout this video, comment it down below. Like I said, we are a community. We can all input our own thoughts and opinions, help one another out. This is the Chimmy Squad family.
Period.
Oh yeah, I wanted to address this. A lot of people say, why aren't I wearing my ring? I think they think that like something happened between me and my fiance. It doesn't fit my fingers anymore. That's why. It goes like this, switch it. I'm like...
It's normal though. Can you guys comment down and let her know? Like, she will lose the weight. She doesn't have to worry. She's pregnant.
No, I gained so much weight, guys. My ring doesn't
yeah.
fit. Oh my gosh.
You're swollen. Didn't you see Kim Kardashian's swollen feet when she was pregnant? If it happened to Kim Kardashian, how about you? It's normal. The changes in your body, I know it makes you feel like it's not you anymore, but you will clap back. Bounce back.
Snap back.
Snap back. You will snap back. You're still young and you just need to work out and take care of yourself. You don't have to worry.
2 more months to go.
Yeah.
Oh, we should tell them about UNEE.
Oh, yeah. So our older sister is pregnant as well, which is crazy because she found out she was pregnant right before our dad died.
Our dad was able to know that she was pregnant before he passed, and then shortly after, that's when I found out. But her and I have been going through this pregnancy journey together. We just didn't want to announce it before she was able to.
Yeah, we wanted to keep her life private because she's, you know, more.
She doesn't want to be on the screen, yeah. But she already announced it, so now we can tell you guys. 2 of the sisters are going through this pregnancy together. So excited to be an aunt.
I know. Ooh. And like, it's pretty interesting because it's 2 of the younger sisters. We have our oldest sister, and then it's the other sister who's pregnant, and then me, and then her that's pregnant. So it's like the 2 younger sisters that are pregnant, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, and she's giving birth next month.
Mm-hmm. Our family's growing bigger.
She's having a boy, I'm having a girl. So our mom has both a grandson and a granddaughter.
Yeah. But yeah, we're just excited to share that with you guys because you guys ask about our family, so... Okay, you guys, so we're just going to finish this food here. We're really full. Thank you guys so much for joining us for today's episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give us a big thumbs up. The like button, subscribe, post notification bell, ding! If you guys haven't already, make sure to go ahead and follow our TikTok account, our joint Instagram account, and we'll see you guys next episode.
We'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.